Hey guys, Stitches here, and welcome to a new series. I'm streaming West of Loathing. This is a follow-up to a game called Kingdom of Loathing. This is a follow-up to that. That was like an online game. I don't really know much about it, but it was like a text-based adventure, I think, with some funny stick figures. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is change the volume quite a bit, because holy shit, it's loud. Yeah, that's a bit loud. So let's change this. Why adjust the settings here? Turn down to like 35%. All right. What's the controls? There's a jump button? Shit, dude. Character sheet, inventory, map. Damn, so this is like RPG. Alright. Alright. I'm trying to find my own personal balance. We'll just keep the speeds at the default because I don't know the speeds very well for this game. I'll adjust them as needed. So this is a game that I saw Markiplier play. Many of you will know who Markiplier is. He's a pretty famous YouTuber. I like how this is leaving bullet holes, but they're just like little asterisks. This title screen looks 2D, but it's actually 3D. You can tell because of the... like, it's just a plane they... But yeah, you can shoot the stuff here. Ew, the beans exploded. Oh, I was hoping I could shoot the chain. Well, that's neat. So, this is an RPG, so... this is the first RPG I'm playing that's, like, not a fan game, so... at least I don't think it is. Are these, like, the themes? Oh, you can enter your own name, too. Bird, Corbin, Crane, Hawk, Felix, Barkley, Tom. Oh, so these are, like, non-gender specific names, are they? Oh, no, it does. It picks it. That's actually cool. Edit your name. This is neat. Oh, this is actually increasing the, like, bounty. That's funny. Wanted for protagonizing. Those damn protagonists! So... Oh, this is my last name. Enter a first name. I don't know if I should play as a guy or a girl. I'm trying to think of like a good name here. Could just use my name, but it's much funnier if you use like a made-up one. Just make my name fucking Landon Ricketts. What if I just made my name David Chappelle? Like the comedian? I'm not gonna do that. I don't know, my name will be Scrinkly. Scrinkly McScrinkk. And I guess we'll get into it. Play as Scrinkly McScrinkk. We're ready to get going, are you? Sure. I had the strangest dream. I was choosing a character class. So there's a cow puncher, a bean slinger, and a snake oiler. What the fuck is even snake oil? Because like I've heard of it, but like every context I've heard of it, but it's like not actually like an oil made from snake skin. Snake oil is a term used to describe deceptive marketing. So it can be used... Okay, so I get it. It's like a type of medicine. I've never seen gameplay of the Bean Slinger. I've seen gameplay of Cow Puncher and Snake Oiler, but... I did pick the girl. I guess I'll pick Snake Oiler. Snake Oilers rely on their... Hold on. 1 second thought. What's Bean Slinger do? Magic and cooking are inextricably intertwined in Loathing, and the Bean Slinger is the mystical master of both. You've heard there's a shortage of cooks out west since the cows came home, due to most of the cooks having been brutally killed by the cows. Cowpunchers solve their problems with their fists, whether it's shaking them at a disagreeable feller in a disreputable saloon, or using them to punch a slightly more disagreeable feller in a slightly less reputable saloon. You've heard that cowpunchers are in demand out west since the cows came home, which stands to reason. The cows aren't going to punch themselves after all. Alright, on second thought. And then the snake oiler. Snake oilers rely on their moxie and... How do you pronounce that word? I don't know. Chutzpah. Chutzpah, okay. That must be some sort of like Jewish thing. Chutzpah. To tame snakes, their fearlessness to extract the potent oils from those snakes, and their cleverness to manufacture and sell potions made from those oils. You've heard snake oilers are doing really well out west since the cows came home. Everyone needs potions and hope in these dark days. And also out west is where all the best snakes live. I want to be a snake oiler. So you can play this point and click, but you can also use this. Neat. This weird poster appeared here one night. I wonder what it means. There's a lot of reading in this game, so please bear with me on this. You read one of the spines of your books. Floyd Smith and the incident at Grizzly Gulch. Rufus liked this one as much as I did. Read another title. Curse of the Ancient Canyon. I remember that one. Jane Danger and the Trouble at Vampire Cave. Mom gave me this one a few years ago. Opal Jones and the Ancient Ship. I read that one 10 times. Okay, this one might come in handy. You got Night and Walking Stupid. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This one's funny. So if you go to your character sheet, you can see like all your equipment. You got no hat, no lapel, no pistol, no weapon, no offhand, no ring, no pants, no boots. His gear, whack. But you can come here and then unlock stupid walking as an option. This book tells the tale of a renegade sheriff who's really, really bad at walking. Read the book from cover to cover and learn how to walk really stupidly. Stupid walking has been added to the option menu, and you got a perk, stupid walking. You accidentally drop the book and then ruin it by stepping on it 30 times while you're trying to pick it up. Yeah, so this is kind of like a D&D light type thing. But yeah, I'm keeping what the fuck is that? Turn that on. I'll turn automatically spend experience off because I like being able to invest. Colorblind mode. This whole game is in black and white. I guess I'll turn that on just in case. But yeah, so stupid walking causes you to do what it says. You do stupid walks. You can turn it off, but also turn on. Hey, Russell, how you doing? Aw. I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Caw, caw, caw. Feed Russell a cricket. You grab a cricket from your bag and feed it to Russell. He coos appreciatively. Goodbye, Russell. You good. Maybe it's time for you to leave, too. You open your bedroom window, not pictured, and unlatch the door to Russell's cage. He winks at you and caws one last time and flies away to the west. It's time to hit the trail. I don't know if that does anything, but comb my hair. Comb your hair one last time. You get experience. Wyatt Swift in the Terrible Woods. Occurrence at the old prison. May Danger. Dan Swift. Oh, are these like generated from like a list of keywords? Like it's like the blank, or it's like blank person at the blank thing. We can stack the firewood. Nothing on the hat rack today. This hearth puller early puts the hearth and home. You're gonna miss Mom's cooking. You'll miss meals with the family. Mom's pie safe. It keeps all her pies safe. My little brother's room. Covered all sorts of weird diagrams and charts. Pick up one of your brother's weird books, flip to it. I'm gonna fuck this up on purpose just because it's funny. Trait dice, substitutions, eat these equations, algebraics. Alright. Ugh, that actually does give me a headache, holy shit. An investigation of the laws of thought. Is this game like... I'm having trouble telling if this game is 2D or 3D. Because it feels like it's 2D render objects rendered in a 3D space. Because, like, if you look at the perspective, it looks like a texture. Investigation of the laws of thought, which are founded at the mathematical theories of logic. Alright. Tractatus Logico-Philosophicis. Okay. It's your kid brother's toy box. He loves stuff like this. You got the puzzle cube. So tidy. It's covered with diagrams, charts. We already read that one. Fiddle with it. Brother already had most of the way solved, but you figure out the last couple of moves. Fiddle with it. You've already solved it, and if you mess up, and if you do it again, it'll be messed up forever. I like the fact that the music plays. Goodbye, bed. Time to chase my real dreams. Alright. There's a gnat in my room, which is making me want to hang a fly strip in my room. Come out here. No time to screw around the woods. It's time to head west. Not. Gnat flew in my mouth. Ugh. Ugh, I think I swallowed it. Your mom smiles warmly as you approach. I'm leaving now, Mom. We're gonna miss you, kiddo. Oh, and before you leave, I got you a present. A present? Yep, it's that book you wanted for Crimbo. I know it's early, but the one about picking locks, oh boy. So this is one of those things where it's like you always get the one. The one about picking locks, or the one about desert survival, the one about bartering. The one about bartering, oh boy. You gotta mind your meat. Please be careful out there. Alright, so there. I will. Goodbye, Mom. Your mom raises her eyebrow. I just wanted one more hug before I leave. Damn, that's sad. I'm getting sad at this scene in a fucking stupid game. Your father morosely jabs at the haystack. That hat doesn't fit you, Dad. I'll grow into it. It's time for me to leave. His lip quivers a little bit. Listen, I want you to have this. It's your grandmother's briefcase full of snakes. Venom level 3, medicine level 3. Oh, okay. Thanks. Good. Good. Look out there. Be sure to say goodbye to your mother. I did. Goodbye, Dad. Through. We got the needle. What does a needle do? It's not for sewing, it's for picking locks. Look inside. There are a lot of snakes in the briefcase. Venom level 3, medicine level 3. You can extract venom or medicine from this. Extract some venom. Got a basic venom vial. This small quantity of snake venom made by you in a very fragile glass bottle made by an inexperienced glass blower. This item is to be used in combat. It poisons an enemy. Medicine, it restores 5 HP. This little bottle of medicine that you made out of some oil from the snakes. It's not the best medicine. Funny, you should ask, but it'll do. So I imagine this is like the like weird gimmick class from my understanding. I kind of so like Markiplier in his playthrough, he like changed classes part way through. He changed classes part way through by just replaying the game from a certain point. I'm not gonna do that because I just pick which one I want. And there's honestly a chance I might do multiple playthroughs of this game because there's actually quite a few options. I just want a more hug. It's Rufus. Your brother Rufus is standing here looking nervous. He's pretty good at looking nervous. Give him his puzzle back. Hand him the puzzle, he starts fiddling with it. Say goodbye. Hey Rufus, it's time for me to head west. I still don't understand. I still don't understand why you're leaving. He's got a point, you know. Why are you going west? Anyway, to help people. To sneak my fortune. To get off this stupid farm. That's mean. It's one of these two. It's either number 1 or number 2. Seek my fortune. There's just no opportunity here, kid. If I'm gonna make something of myself, I gotta go where I can make some meat. But it's so dangerous. 60% of the people who go to the West get killed within a year. That is the statistic from before the cows came home. I'll be okay. You worry about taking care of mom and dad, and I'll worry about me. Okay, if you say so. I still think you'll be dead by Crimbo. I'll miss you, Rufus. Okay. Give him a playful punch on the arm. He's busy drawing pictures in the dust. Weird kid. What the sick... Alright, I'm not gonna say that. Reminds me, there's a new Jimmy Here video I gotta watch after stream. Go west, young woman? Sure. Hitching a ride across the Great Plains. West of Loathing by director Zach Johnson. No relation. Cinematographer Victor Thompson. Film editor Kevin Simmons. Dialect coach Riff Connor. Stunt coordinator Wes Cleveland. Key grip Chris Moyer. Boom operator Ryan Ike. 200 miles later. Oops. And that's the end of the game. Well, the bad news for you is that you fell off the cart and got knocked out for a couple hours. Now you've got no ride, no meat, and no prospects. The good news is that you're in a town rather than a gulch. Not much of a town, though. I want the turnip. Get the turnip. The dusty turnip. What does this guy have to say? You want to know a secret? Well, too bad. Dirt water. I wonder if I should do my Micah impression. My Micah Bell impression from Red Dead 2. It's a chunk of wood from the broken hitching post. Broken wood. Where am I again? Where exactly is this? Boring Springs. I'm sorry, Dutch. I fell off the cart back in Boring Springs. I'm stuck here with Bill Williamson. Alright, I'm losing it. The Sheriff. Why am I fucking like virtual insanity? It's a trade. Step right up. Braid's the name. And Trade's the game. You seriously doubt that his name is Braid? Howdy, Braid. What are you trading? Well, madam, today I'm trading locks for soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. into the cunning Skinner, who brings me 3 rattlesnake hides. Well, to that adventurous soul, I will trade a fine silver pocket watch. I'll have no dickering. This is a dude who's a cactus. You approach the weird cactus man. I already smiled at you. Howdy, cactus man. Howdy yourself. Howdy yourself. And the name's Bill. Cactus Bill. Happy to you, Bill. Well, to be honest, partner, I drank too much cactus beer and it turned me into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen. And that's why they call you Cactus Bill? No, that's just coincidence. Oh, does it hurt? Does what hurt? Being cactus? Oh, no, it's actually kind of nice. Natural fermentation process inside the cactus part of me keeps me pretty drunk most of the time. I guess it's a mite boring. Yeah, I bet. It wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read. You don't happen to have a newspaper or anything, do you? No, sorry. Well, if you happen to find one, keep me in mind. Will do, Bill. Topeka? Wait, am I coming from Kansas? Topeka's the name of a city in Kansas. As you walk into the saloon, the crazy-eyed guy to the left of the door shrieks, "Hey, where's your hat, dagnabbit?" Well, you can't drink in here without a hat. Tain't proper. You push the take a hat, leave a hat box next to the door. You look through the hat box and find a battered derby that looks like something you'd wear. Have it. You got an item, floppy derby. Grab the hat and put it on. Thanks, sir. Pete. Thanks, Pete. He gives you somewhat a friendly, if somewhat twitchy nod. Say, gal. Yes, you heading west? If you want some company, I'd be more than happy. Come along. Just let me know. Well, alright, just keep me in mind. Yeah, so this is kind of the... Oh god, the spittoon. So this is kind of the area where you can pick your party member. But, yeah, spittoon, people spit into it. You know, without even looking at it, it's absolutely disgusting. I'll look inside of it. Yeah, it's full of spit. Regular spit. Gross tobacco spit. Chewing gum and a few teeth. Ugh. It's disgusting, and the smell, even from a distance, it's horrible. I'm gonna look closer. You are now on your hands and knees, peering into a filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand. What is wrong with you? Wait, is there something shining at the bottom? Get it. You reach your hand towards the spittoon, but even before you touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air, like a greasy fog enveloping the stinking brass horror. It smells like vomit through a mesquite, or it smells like the vomit trough at a mesquite barbecue eating contest. Never surrender. You plunge your hand into the awful soup. It makes a sound like glop. It goes, you know, it makes a nice noise. Your skin is burning, your eyes start to water. Nope, it's too late. I'm not pulling out now. Your fingers make contact with something. You pull your hand out of the devil's tureen slowly, not daring to risk splashing the contents all over yourself. You appear to have gotten some kind of ring, probably a disease. Well, congratulations. You got the nasty ring. Though getting this ring was traumatic, you have to admit that it was worth it. So this just gives you 1 to every stat. So you actually auto-equip stuff, which I like. Basically, if you have nothing equipped at the start of the game, it just auto-equips it. But yeah, here you can see the, what's my total experience? Unspent 3. Miscellaneous skill, Deadeye, and Hornswoggling. Stupid walking. Snake whip. What is Deadeye? You're a crack shot. You can shoot a bullseye at 300 paces. You can shoot a fish in a barrel, even if the fish is really small and the barrel is really big. It gives you pistol attack damage plus. Alright. So right now I get an extra, more damage to pistols. Now, I'm not sure, but I don't know if there's actually, like, any real decisions that come in by not picking the other classes, because I think later in the game you might be able to pick them up, but I might be wrong. I think there's, like, some sort of bonuses they get that you're not able to. Hornswogglin, you're a city slicker and a witty trickster. This doesn't say it does anything. I don't know, maybe that's like a weird requirement where it doesn't tell you. How much damage? So muscle is your physical damage. Mysticality is your spells damage. Moxie is your guns damage. And then grit is constitution. +1 stomach capacity. Pain tolerance 1. What is spleen capacity? How many potions you can use in a day? Oh, okay. So there is actually... I remember there being days in this game, but not actually knowing what the thing was. And next level, speed. Maximum AP. What is AP? Action point? Spleen capacity. Oh, yeah. Liver capacity. How many alcohol, like, drinks handle before you have to sleep it off? Glamour. Alright. Snake whip. This skill deals a flat amount of damage and poisons the target. +5 bonus against animals. Alright. Some of the baby snake. Deploy snake. That sounds like, you know those like you know those like cans with like the spring snakes in them? That's what it sounds like. Just like you open a canned snake. But, so I kind of want to talk about my trip a little bit real quick while we're just on the screen. So my trip went pretty okay, but there was an unexpected thing. I ended up staying for an extra week, and I also didn't have all the uploads I wanted, you know, ready. Also, apparently while I was gone, the links in the YouTube description became unclickable. For some reason. For some weird reason. So I actually had to go and like redo or like submit a video of myself to like get those back for some reason. I got scammed while I was gone, so I actually lost access to a lot of my money for a while. But I got it back. I got a cowboy hat. I went off-roading. I saw the Rio Grande. I went to Santa Fe. So, you know, did some cool stuff. I also went to Meow Wolf. That was cool. I actually think I'm wearing the same shirt I went to Meow Wolf in. Not as in I didn't change it, but just it's the same shirt. Spin dash. Still playing poker, or at least trying to. They keep looking back and forth from their hands in the how to play poker card that came with their deck, biting their lips and concentrating real hard. Good luck, you two. I don't have money. Poker is one of those games where it's like, you're like, it's not really worth it to play if you aren't playing with money. What do you say, Pete? Who, me? Well, heck, I say all kinds of things. For instance, stag-nabbed machine. Can't trust him. Can't trust him no more than a four-flushing scallywag. Pete takes a swig of his whiskey. See you later, Pete. Walk up to the bar and wait patiently for the bartender to notice you. While you're waiting, you see a sign taped to the back while reading. Reward for lost mugs, 25 each. Howdy, cowgirl. Howdy, bar. You keep the name Scrinkly. What brings you to our little backwater? Ask about work. Oh, the usual. I came out west to make my fortune. Not having much luck so far. Any work around these parts? Unfortunately, Boring Springs has more people in it than jobs. It's more of an errand town, if you catch my meaning. If you're looking for a real job, I'd recommend talking to the railroad people up by Dirtwater. Let's go to the railroad. The Manifest Destiny Railroad Company from back east. They're trying to run a line to Frisco and having a time to do so. And they're hiring. Oh, I reckon they're always hiring for one thing or another. Big company that. About Dirtwater. Dirtwater is interesting. It's far enough west that it's still more or less exempt from the rule of law, but not so far west it's been burned down to the ground by the damned cows. Lots of opportunities there. She pauses for a moment, lost in thought. Yep, if I were a younger woman, I'd head that way myself. Ask about errands. Yeah, this Forsaken Burg is always falling apart one way or another. The hostlers always need help since he hurt his leg and that no-account sheriff could certainly stand to have somebody do his job for him. Anything else? Well, I've got a goblin loosed in the basement. Some cowpoke in the gulch didn't wipe his boot off and got spores everywhere. Probably handle a goblin. Much obliged. Unlock the basement door for you. Oh, and you'll need this. Got an item, weak fungicide. I'll take care of it. Jeez, you're wanting me to murder a goblin? So in this game, from my understanding, goblins are like weird mushroom creatures. Howdy, I'm Scrinkly. Howdy, Scrinkly, I'm Horace. Nice to meet you. What do you do? I'm the town hostler. I don't know what that is. I'm the town horse selling guy. Gotcha. How's that working out for you? Oh, the horses are just flying out the door. So business is booming? Nice. No, I mean the horses keep running away. I haven't sold one in ages. Is that why you're here drinking instead? Yep. Me being here drinking instead of watching the horses is probably how they keep escaping. It's one of those vicious circle things. Well, I'm in need of a horse. Do you have any left? One. Kind of boring one, but it's got 4 legs and a back to sit on. Come see me at the stable and I'd be happy to show it to you. Oh, and he disappeared. When glares at you, you should probably just let her drink. She looks like me, but with darker hair. And a cooler hat. I should probably leave him alone. Alright, well. That's about all I can do. We can go to the basement if we want. And here's... it's a pile of old newspapers. An item. Roaring Springs Gazette, April 20th, 1895. Copy of the newspaper from about 6 weeks ago. So this takes place in the 1890s. It's a crate of Nurse brand whiskey, good for what ails you. I guess we never established your age. Good thing the legal age of drinking here can reach the top of the bar. Alright, what does a dusty turnip do? Oh, it increases all my stats by 1 till the end of the day. This whiskey is too cheap for you to even consider drinking. And given your legendarily low standards, that's really saying something. What does the fungicide do? It's effective against goblins. So, like, why are the goblins, like, weird fucking fungus creatures? Is that, like, a bit? The goblin shouts, Briark. What are you even doing down here? Oh, well. I'm not gonna deal with that yet. That goblin's actually a potential party member. Basically, you get to choose what's called a partner. And they'll join you. And I think you can pick from either... Pete, the woman, or that goblin. Horses. 1,000? I don't have any. How's business? I know every day I'm hustling. To tell you the truth, though, it's pretty terrible. All my horses keep running away. It's rough. Maybe I can help. Oh, God, yes, thank you. Please, I'd go fetch them myself except for this injury. I'll give you 300 meat each for finding them. How many are there? 3. Let me see your map. They pretty much always run to the same places. Orehole Mine, Boring Springs Boneyard, and Thousand Snakes Gulch. Why these places? I think they're like environments that are thematically appropriate. Here, when you find one, feed it some oats, and that should send it back here. Bag of homing oats? How does that work? They're special pigeon-infused oats. Yeah. Alright, well, I do have something. A newspaper. Yuck. Is that shit? Bring me something. The newspaper. Much obliged, partner. Now let's see here. What can I do to return the favor? Oh, I know. My shovel. I left it behind the outhouse. An orehole mine. If it's yours if you go and get it. I'm sure you'll find a use for it. Thanks. Don't mention it. Now, if you could just kind of stick that newspaper to my face before you leave. Some loose dirt. I imagine that has something to do with the shovel. Alright, well, let's go to the sheriff. Wanted bird theft. Naked Mike Bernstein. 200 rewards. Up wanted. Wanted poster artist. Apply at the Yuma Marshal's office. Wanted Bimmy Fricker. For face thieving. 420 meat. Howdy, stranger. Welcome to Boring Springs. I'm the sheriff in these parts. The what? The sheriff, okay. Blasted sign painters. Say, wouldn't you happen to be looking... You wouldn't happen to be looking for work. Are you? As a matter of fact, I am. Great, because I happen to have some. There's a gang of hoodlums around here. What, call themselves the Fricker Gang? The Fricker Gang? Last time I arrested one of them, they busted him out and took my cell door with them. It ain't, well, it ain't much good without the door. And I need somebody tough, smart, and/or slick to go fetch it back for me. Why don't you do it? You're the sheriff after all. I gotta say, here and practice my chair tipping. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Funny you should say that, because I'm sending the deputy along with you to keep you out of trouble. He takes a pistol out of his desk. You got an item deputy pistol. You deputized a gun? You're new in town. Maybe you ain't noticed, but there ain't much to do here except drink. Here, let me write down where the fricker gangs hide out. It's for you. Makes a little note on your map. Got it. Oh, there's a mug. Neat. Wait, so that means I can make some cash. This is where I get this one. Who's the lady drinking whiskey out of a beer mug? That's Susie. She's a rancher from nearby. Real tough broad. I ain't recommend you pester her. Why's that? She lost her whole family to the cow attack recently. Got some pent-up frustrations about it. Glares at you. Howdy, Susie. Howdy, cowgirl. Who's gonna be searching the spittoon for her teeth? She don't leave me in peace. Alright, fucking bye. Found the mug. Got 20. Well, mission accomplished, I reckon. Got 25 meat. Does that mean I can play poker now? Can I play? You nervously. Look, I have some meat. Let's play. You put the meat on the table and sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles the cards sloppily and deals a new round. You get a pair of 10s plus a 2, a 3, and a king. I think I have enough moxie for 1 or 2. So I've got a pair of 10s, 2, 3, and king. So I'll bet conservatively. They squint at their hands for a moment. Each slowly pushes 10 meat into the middle of the table. Okay, read them and weep. You show your pair of the of 10s plus 2, 3 king. The guy on the left has a full house, 2 jacks, 3 aces. And the gal on the right somehow got a straight flush, 2 through 6 in hearts. Hornswoggle 'em. You explain that jacks are worth 9 points each, giving the guy on the left a total of 21 points. The gal on the right, it's 20, and you're 25 plus a king. And the king represents, oh hey, look over there. They look. When they look, they don't notice the 10 meat missing from their piles. You collect your winnings, stand up, and thank you for helping them. They thank you for helping learning the game. God damn, I just fucking robbed him. Can I just keep doing that? They don't have enough meat to bother with. Looks like they're playing for spiders now. What is this, Undertale? Just thought I'd say howdy. Alright. I accidentally clicked. That was my fault. Is there an achievement for stepping into every puddle of shit? Make your own damned guide to Boring Springs and its environs. Oh, what's in my inventory? Bag of homing oats. Oh, I didn't read. Oh, this gives you dickering. Hold on. This book gives you how to make the most of your meat. By giving you the best possible deal on every single thing you buy. Read the book from cover to cover and learn, among other things, that its cover price is way too high. Nice. After you're done reading it, you use your newfound skills to pawn it off on a wide-eyed rube for 60 meat. You gain 60 meat. Cool. Alright, braid. How about some free dynamite? Madam, I must admit that you drive a hard bargain, but I find your terms acceptable. Alright. I guess we have to leave now. 1890. Wait, so this is copyright 1890. Is that just gonna be a joke? The date's inconsistent? Alright. I guess we'll go to, I don't know, Thousand Snakes Gulch. Damage an enemy in combat is sometimes useful outside. It's got an ND light, and that blows up. Okay, just checking. Can I? How many examines? Is that just on the dynamite? Like, that's ridiculous. All right. That's it. Yeah. Snake is sleepy. Looks sleepy, but is not that sleepy. Oh god. God, this battle theme goes fucking hard. Holy shit. Will deal 10 damage and apply poison. Deploy snake. Oh, that's what that does. Alright. Wouldn't it just make sense to do this? Victory! Oh, I'm scratching. Stretching and scratching. Collect 1 venom and 1 medicine. Yippee! Let's fight it. Whoa, they're quick. Ow, that hurt. So this one time you have... So I guess AP is like this game's resource system for like special stuff. I'll whip you with your own brethren. Ow, that hurt. I'll fucking shoot it. Boom. Collected 2 venom and 2 miss. Need every trick in the book to beat this one. Let's deploy the snake. I don't know what the snake even does. Snake medicine. I'll heal. Because I feel like he's gonna kill me next turn. If I get like a bad damage. Alright. It's dead. Got 9 experience, and we got 2 venoms and medicines. Neat. Ow. Source has gone snake crazy, or maybe it was some other kind of crazy before. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella. I'm a friend, okay? Yeah. It's cool, alright. Be cool. Don't freak out on me. Pat his nose. Carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit. Okay, a lot, but he seems to recognize that you aren't going to eat his eyes or suck out his soul or whatever madness bouncing around that skull is. Alright, look him in the eyes. You calmly look the horse in the eyes. One of them is fixed in a glassy 1,000-yard stare, and the other is revolving madly in its socket like he's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. Looks like he's calming down a little now. It's clear you aren't actually made of spiders, though. Alright, take the oats. Snurf. You feed the crazy horse some of the homing oats, and it gallops away with a whinny, or rather a nargle. Hopefully he's headed home and not into the 12th dimension. Alright, neat. Ow. You don't have to walk all the way back over there. Okay. So next up is Orehole Mine, and there's a shovel. We got the shovel. What does the shovel do? Provides the option to dig. Okay, neat. There's also a mug here. Take that. This definitely does not bear closer scrutiny. There's still some meat ore in this cart. Alright, I'll take that. Mechanism labeled cargo elevator control. Reads level 1 blasting cap storage, level 2 plungers both kinds, level 3 tools. I'll just leave that alone for now. Unrefined meat nugget. Ugh. This looks dangerous. At least there's no plunger hooked up to it. Can I just throw dynamite at it? Blasting cap. Blasting caps. Period is a part of the label, that's why it's inside the quotes like that. Looks like you're gonna need a crowbar. I don't have a crowbar. Probably, I think I gotta go to the level 3 first. Ding, 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 ding. Pick the lock. Give me that crowbar. Managed to unlock the toolbox, but the needle is ruined in the process. It's ruined. Plus the tools are rusted away, but there's a pretty nice crowbar. How convenient. Let's go to level 2. Take a detonation plunger. And a blasting cap. So, blasting cap. It's a device for converting electricity, which only has been recently discovered, into explosions, which are awesome. Just sell it. Took a mostly worthless rock shot through with veins of gristle flesh and raw veins. Sometimes the only solution to a clogged pipe is to blow up the entire building. Hides the option to pry things open in certain places. Is that better than the board? Fighting against your instincts for self-preservation. This looks dangerous. Add a blasting cap. Okay, you've succeeded. You're putting yourself in grave danger. Let's press the plunger. Yeah, what are you? You see the dark horse barely. It's okay, girl. Hey there, girl. It's okay, my friend. The horse shies away from you, though in this case it's more like crippling introvertids away from you. I get it. Yeah, sure. Aw, come on, don't be like that. Look, I brought you some oats. They aren't poison or anything. In retrospect, I guess I wasn't a very anything to say. Take a handful. See you holding them out. Here you go, yum yum. She sails away. She sails away from me and warily makes a surprisingly good attempt at hiding in her own shadow. Come on, please. Reach out to pat her on the nose. She backs into the shadows. Eat the oats. You take a handful from the bag and toss. You take a handful from the bag and toss some into your mouth. Oh. It's like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you've ever eaten. So it's better than dry cat food, don't ask. I bet it is. Dry cat food really isn't that good. And yes, I've eaten cat food. I was in a store in New Mexico called Big R. That's where I got my hat. And I literally went down. Like through the aisles, and they had fucking like one of those troughs where you can like scoop out stuff into a bag and then weigh it, and you buy it based on that. They had dog treats in there, and I just picked one up and I tried it, and it actually wasn't like the worst. You spell to show the horse that you're fine and realize that you've unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. Jeez, these are powerful. The horse looks at you warily as you re-enter a cheerful wave. See perfectly fine. Hear the oats. She sidles again. Come on, please. Horse hunches and it seems to shrink slightly as pat her nose, but doesn't actually flee. That's something. Eat the oats. The horse finally seems relaxed enough to pound you. So offer a handful of oats. She really begrudgingly eats them. Then she gestures at something behind you. You turn around but don't see anything. When you turn back, she's gone. Well, okay. Wait, no. There's meat in there. There's this thing here. Got a silver nugget. Alright, graveyard time. Give me all these. Our founder, Zephaniah Boring, he was actually a really interesting guy. Benjamin Crockett. He showed up way too early. Beauregard Skelton. Captain 3rd Cavalry. Take up the grave. Alright, bet. It's got 20 HP. I'll hit you with. I'll whip ya. Oh, wait. I thought this did 10 damage. I wonder if he's got like a different stat, so. Holy shit. Alright. Nope. Ah, but losing it. Losing it. Here's the captain. Dust yourself off. Well, I don't know if I actually lost any, like, thing for that. Alright, summon the snake baby. Get in there. Jesus! Okay, well, he's taking the hits now instead of me, so... Shoot! And snake! And now the snake baby is dead. Shoot! Shoot! I did it. Negative 2 HP. Got the old cavalry saber and the gold tooth. Neat. I don't know if I lost meat or anything. Better items by the day. I think these have the same damage output. But this one's cute. This one's cute. No offhand. Shiny nugget of silver. Fight it. Boom. Got 3 experience. Oh god. It's drawn in gray crayon. That's what it looks like. Oh wait, these all have things. This guy just wouldn't stay put. Timothy Cochran. Devoted husband. Elizabeth Cochran. Beloved daughter. Silas Cochran. A baby. That's sad. Approach her. You approach the weird semi-transparent horse cautiously as to not startle her. Though you quickly come to the realization that this is a horse that does not startle easily. Hello there, hi, I'm a friend, okay. No. A little strange, how'd you do that without opening your mouth? Around the nose. At the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you were going to it, or you would want an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing. Nose again. Yep, still cold. Eat the oats. You hold out a handful of oats for the horse, but she stares right through you. Please don't look at me like that. Try the oats again. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal on them. I don't have anything handy to grind up bones with. Grave dirt? Is that yes? Weird, okay. Sprinkle the oats with just a little bit of grave dirt. Hold them out again. The horse gazes expressionlessly at them and he eats them. And with that, she glides away in the direction of the town. Alright. Now I guess we have the Fricker Gang hideout. You freaking fricks! Fricker Gang's intrepid lookout appears to be taking a little nap. Wake him up. Poke Thud with your boot, and he slowly gets... Yeah, you're not supposed to be here. Thud as well. Let's say he's no Rhodes Scholar. If we assume that it's 7 years from now, and that idiom makes sense... You feel bad about the idea of killing him. Walk away, Thud. Thud, you don't want this life. Take a hike. Alright, okay, you're probably right. Honorable options will be available in some situations. Okay. He stumbles off into the desert, he'll probably be fine. So now I have the ability to be nice. I could have just shot him. It's a beer burl cactus. Pile of random stuff. The Fricker gang stole. Finders keepers. We got meat, a recovered mug, and a silver pair of cufflinks. If you wore a fancier shirt, you might have some use for these. Am I wearing a shirt? Can't tell. One of the Fricker boys is dozing in a bathtub. He passes the soap. He mumbles and hands you a bar of soap. We're inking deeper into the sleep and tub. Cautiously approach the Fricker gang. They're pretty engrossed in their poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop in their conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Snipe, and the squirrely one is his brother named Wimpy. What's your play here? I don't know, let's talk. Any boys, deal me in. The one without an eye patch raised an eyebrow at you. Who are you? How'd you get past Thud and Soapy? What do you want? It's Bimmy. It's me, Bimmy. It's me, Bimmy, your sister. Squint said, "You Bimmy, you ain't Bimmy." Sure I am. Ask me anything. I am so Bimmy. I stole some Rube's face. You always did have a knack for that face wrestling. What's new, Bimmy? We gotta get out of here and fast. We gotta get out of here and fast, Wimpy. The Pinkertons are on to us. They'll be here any minute. Dag nabbit. Come on, Snipe. Let's hightail it. I'll catch up. Catch up with you guys later tonight. Wimpy nods, and he and Snipe hurriedly pack up their belongings and flee the cave. Congratulate yourself on your attentiveness, memory, and interpersonal skills. Let's grab the door and skedaddle. I don't know if the Pinkertons are specifically a Red Dead 2 reference, but there are the Pinkerton Detective Agency is a detective agency in Red Dead 2. Do I have 4 of those now? Fricker's ill-gotten gains. Take it. Give me the door, the sheriff's door. One of the Fricker boys is dozing in a bathtub. Nearby length out rope and carefully tie his hands together to the handles of the bathtub. The sheriff can get him later. So we got a couple of new things. We got the sheriff's door. Dr. Sweckleton's Pure Castile soap. Where this comes from, they call it soap. I see the Fricker gang hasn't put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue my cell door? He hands the sheriff his door and he hangs it back on its hinges. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. Are there any Fricker boys left roaming around out? Yeah, 1 or 2 there asleep on the job. I'll go round them up shortly. It looks like I owe you a reward. Got another little ask for you. If you got the time, it should be a lot simpler than the last one. What you need? Well, the Frickers busted the lock when they took the door. We're gonna need new lock. I'll keep an eye out. The cell looks much better with its door back in place. Much more celly. Managed to scare up a lock for me? Nope. Alright. We gotta get the soap. Trade this lock for soap. Or trade the soap for lock. Braid, though you really don't think his name is actually Braid, takes your soap and hands you a lock. Got one here. That'll do nicely. Surefoot's a lock and accidentally drops the key and it clatters into the cell. Don't suppose you know how to pick a lock, stranger? You got a needle handy? I'll see what I can do. 'Cause I don't anymore, but there's gotta be another one. Pick it up. Got a recovered mug. BS horsery. It's too far to go on foot. Found these mugs. Get 125 meat. Are you Susie Cochran? How do you know the last name? Saw the graves in the cemetery. I'm sorry for your loss. She scowls bitterly and mutters into her whiskey. I saw it happen. Saw the whole damn thing and I couldn't do anything about it. The bartender said it was cows. Cows, right. I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows, not anymore. What happened? It was a raid. See, Ma and Pa used to ranch cattle back before... Well, before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead of cow. And she left me the place when she passed. Yawn. Well, I guess a passing herd sniffed out that we used to be a cow ranch and they attacked. A couple days ago, happened so fast I didn't even have the time to get my rifle out of the gun safe. A cow smashed in the front door and a fire started out back by the root cellar. House went up in blazes just like that. What did you do? I wasn't anything I could do. Couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire. I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. She drains her glass. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Sorry. She refills her mug from the bottle in the bar and doesn't reply. What will you do now? Head west, I suppose. Nothing keeping me here, and I have no desire to stay. Can't leave without my rifle, though. Why not? It was Ma's rifle. It's all I got left of anybody. Where is it? Left it at the ranch like a damn fool. Listen, can I ask you a favor? I need someone to go get it for me. Yeah, I'll go get it. Suji shows you on the map where her ranch is. The Cochran Ranch. Not yet. The misinput. I need to quit using the point to click. One of silver cufflinks. So I think we can also, while we're here, talk to you. He notices the silver nugget you found earlier. Take that old silver nugget off your hands if you like. I'll give you 81 meat for it. Give him the nugget. He smiles and hands you some meat. Pete squints and points at the unrefined meat ore you're carrying. You ain't seem like someone who got much use for unrefined ore. Stranger, I'll buy it off on you for 73 meat. I'll sell that ore. Pleasure doing business with you. Pete's eyes narrows as the gears in his head start to click. Fixes on his gaze, and the tick in his eyelid seems more pronounced. Listen, kid. All this stuff I've been buying from you, you've been spending time underground, ain't you? Well, you listen to old Pete's advice. You stay out of the ore hole. You know what's good for you. There's stuff down on the 40th level that ain't worth messing with for a gal that wants to keep her eyes. You get what's my meaning? I'm not sure I do, but thanks. I think we can go back and there's actually something there. I don't know. In case you guys are curious, oh yeah, that's right, you can't leave that way. I think this is like the only area in the game you have to leave via the fast travel menu. Suddenly remember that weird thing Pete said about level 40. Let's go. Chest. Wave of nausea hits you as you slide the heavy lid off. Inside there's a hat. Looks evil and not in an abstract way. It has eyes and they look like the eyes of a murderer, and it has teeth, which look like the teeth of an animal. Who would be a murderer if animals understood the concept of murder? Leave it alone. So if I remember right, hold on. You have a sense of foreboding. Something tells you this is a bad idea. It's me. I'm telling you it's a bad idea. If you put this hat on, you won't ever be able to take it off, and things will be much harder for you. It will be as if your life's a game, and that game's difficulty level is greatly increased. If you catch my meaning. I don't want this. I don't know how... What is that? I don't know how hard the game is normally, but like based so far I've actually struggled a little bit. Oh wait, can I character sheet? Can I invest in stats now? This gives me a pistol attack if I invest 10 into it. How much experience do I even have that's unspent? I have 46 experience. I'll upgrade that by 1. And then I think I'll do Moxie to level it up. Grit seems pretty good. Plus 10% to meat gains. Well, that would have been cool if I had done that before I sold all my shit. Oh well. Right now I think we could use Grit and Gumption. And some muscle for the defensive purposes. But yeah, you get 10% discount at stores. It's cool. Cochrane Ranch, established 1891. All the water in this trough is boiled away. Susie's ranch house is burned to the ground. Burned to the ground! Burned to the ground. I've never even played that Mega Man game. The one with, Flame Hynard. Something behind this door is making pretty awful noise. Let's go through it anyway. Oh, this is the only thing that still stands. I didn't even see what that said. What did that say? Was that a feat? Mostly scabs. You've been poked by so many cactuses that your body built up an entire extra set of skin capillaries just to deal with the constant tiny puncture wounds. Ugh. That's disgusting. There's a chimney. These pies were not safe. Looks like somebody was in the middle of fixing a knife. We got a varmint skinning knife. Allows you to collect skins from beasts after combat. Neat. God, what was that? This thing looks angry. You're not gonna make it to that save without dealing with it. How much HP does that thing have? Oh, only 15 HP. Jeez, I can shoot. Shoot! Ow, I'm on fire. You defeated the nasty cow skull floating around in a cloud of flame. Grab Susie's rifle. Can I equip that? That would be really funny if you could. Susie's rifle. It's an old rifle, but it has obviously been well cared for. There are 6 little notches carved into the stock. How much of this? 5. There are a lot of snakes in this briefcase. Tracks of venom. Just because I want more venom on hand. Alright, and I don't think there was anything else, unless there was something in the basement. Oh, hey, Owl's here. Owl, welcome to my playthrough of Red Dead Redemption. This is Red Dead Redemption, I don't know what you mean. What other game would this be other than Red Dead Redemption? I forgot to tell you personally that I was streaming. We have Red Dead at home. Nah, Red Dead is We Have West of Loathing at home. That's what this game is. You can read the title. I don't know why I said it like you can't read the screen. So this is a ridiculous little RPG type game. It's like 11 bucks on Steam. But, yeah, I don't think there's anything for me to dig up down here. Ow. I unlocked a thing that lets me do these stupid walks, so like every time you start a new walk cycle, pretty much it like cycles through it. Boren Springs. Oh wait, I can shovel all this. Get experience points. I can't shovel the rock though. I'm a shit shoveler. Is there any way I can get in there? I thought there was a way you could. Oh yeah, I need to find a thing. Game 300 meat, 300 meat, 300 meat. That's all of them. Here's a little extra. There we go. Gotta get some needles and haystacks. So what are you up to, Owl? How is your day today? Mine's been decent. Modeling. Sounds about right. You said something about your injury. Yeah, I busted my knee while mucking out in the showroom. Don't ask how, it's embarrassing. I was gonna get Doc Alice to have a look at it, but she gave up doctoring. Why'd she do that? Nobody knows. She just shut herself in, said she wouldn't talk to anybody except Nurse Whiskey. Is that an actual nurse, or... Pretty sure she was just being sarcastic. Oh, that's how you gotta do it. So today, so like at some point, I have like a Cold Stone Creamery rewards card. And Cold Stone Creamery, if you don't know, they're an ice cream place that uses like a cold stone, a stone that is literally made cold, and they chop up and fold ice cream on it. They chop up and fold ice cream on it, and do like mix-ins and stuff. And I gotta buy one, get one, so I had 2 different types of ice cream today. So that was neat. I had a cheesecake ice cream with caramel sauce mix in. And I had coffee ice cream with fudge mix in. So that was pretty good. Whiskey delivery for you, Doc. What brand? Nurse Whiskey, your favorite, I'm led to believe. Didn't know she makes house calls. Alright, hold on. Hear a rattle as she unlocks the door. Doc Ellis looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is graying, not that I would be able to fucking tell because her hair is white. Her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp if bloodshot. She holds out her hand. Whiskey. Stat. Get to her. Cracks open the whiskeys and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket. Then she puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out of the bottle. Jeez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy. Who's the doctor here? Me or you? Okay, point taken. Is everything alright? That depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream compared to how fast my liver filters it out. And I can't talk and drink at the same time, so... She glares at you meaningfully. So, what's, what's the matter, Doc? Ooh, you almost did a copyright infringement. I don't know. I don't know if the phrase, "What's up, Doc," is actually copyrighted. What's the matter? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart. And you ask, what's the matter? Bandits, cow demons, dead men walking. Why don't you go ahead and pick one and I'll drink to that? Dead men walking. You haven't seen it? Corpses of skeletons staggering around like puppets with half their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living. Oh yeah, there was that skeleton in the cemetery. It's nice to get some outside confirmation that I'm not losing my damn mind. How's that even possible? It isn't possible. It goes against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up. Patients? Oh, ouch. Doc Alice turns away, grimacing. Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it, but well, it happens. But what doesn't happen is them coming back afterwards and looking for revenge. Must be pretty rough. Rough? Missy, I don't think you comprehend the situation. It's not just patients, it's neighbors, friends, husbands. Oh, indeed. She turns away from you, focuses her attention back on the whiskey bottle. She sighs exasperatedly. No. Do you have any idea what's causing the resurrection? Well, I heard a rumor. What's the rumor? It's when you get incomplete information from a rumor. What is it? It's when you get incomplete information from an unverified source. Or anyway, what I heard is that there's a feller out west causing it a necromancer, as they call him, supposedly sending magic out into the world somehow. Magic like the bean slingers use? Never heard any bean slinger raising the dead, have you? Her scowl deepens. That'd be one hell of a can of beans. She sighs exasperatedly. What now? About that necromancer, assuming he exists, what about him? Well, maybe someone ought to try to stop him. She gives you a sharp look. You? Because I know you ain't talking about me. Why not you? Gray-haired old woman knows about as much as... That knows about as much... that knows as much about fighting as squirrel knows surgery. Did you hit your head on a barstool, kid? You aren't that old. And if I were going to pick someone to go up against a necromancer, it'd be someone who also knows about death, but in a scientific way. A doctor, right? Stares at you hard and takes a swig from a bottle, saying nothing. And it sounds to me like you've got plenty of motivation to get the job done for your friends and everyone. She continues to look at you. You can see the gears turning in her head. Beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in the house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. You aren't even doing doctoring anymore. She winces and looks away and then shakes her head slowly. You seriously expect me to ride out west by myself, chasing a rumor? Doesn't have to be by yourself. I'm heading west too. Tag along with me and maybe we can find the guy and put a stop to him. It's crazy. Impossible. Possible, like raising the dead is impossible. Crosses her arm and regards you thoughtfully. A spark slowly brightens in her eyes. Alright, kid. What the hell? Let's give it a shot. Cool. So let me know when you're ready to leave. I'll wait here. Hey, Doc, can I look at your books? Sure, if you want to. Not that they're going to do much good in this doom-forsaken hellhole. You should try being less cheerful, Doc. You survey books on Alice's shelf. They're all medical books except for a few. Leaf through the legends of Curly's Meat. Leaf through the life and works of Fred Ferguson. Leaf through Goblinoid Tongues, a primer. Make like a tree and leaf. I'll do the third one first. You start flipping through the Goblin language book. It's confusing at first, but eventually you get so engrossed by the time you take a break from reading, several blurfs have passed. And you also now know that blurf is the Goblin word for hour. You have learned to speak Goblin, sort of. You got a perk. Goblin tongue. You aren't supposed to eat your tongue. Leaf through Legend of Curly's Meat. Book tells the story of a legendary treasure, a massive chest full of premium meat, secreted in the hidden sense, not in the extruded sense. In the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfield. I used to know someone whose last name was Butterfield. He was a pretty good friend of mine. Leaf through the life and works of Fred Ferguson. This book purports to be a Civil War surgeon's autobiography, but flipping through it, you mostly just find lists of reasons that drinking alcohol is bad, so it's actually a work of ludicrous speculative fiction. At least there are some useful appendices in the back and some diagrams of appendices. Gain 3 experience. Alright. How much experience do I have now? I had to gain... I have 14 now, so I could boost some other stats if I want, or keep stockpiling it. Had to get a drink of water. Yeah, I don't know anything about drinking because I'm too young to drink. I'm only 19. Well, actually, next month I'll be 20, so... Yeah. Jeez, it's already been a year since my last birthday. I remember streaming Portal like it was fucking yesterday. That was like a year ago. So now we can communicate with goblins, so we can actually talk to the goblin in the basement. How much HP do I even have, like, statistically? Scrinkly McScrinkk. Stomach 0-1 spleen. Haven't I already used a potion? Or does it only count if you win the battle? Right now I got 35, alright. Stove is spotless. Either she's really compulsive about cleaning or she never cooks. Wow, shouldn't this be further from the fireplace? Preen a little. So now we can go and talk to the goblin in the basement. The goblin shouts, "I'm Gary." Hi, Gary. Hi, hello. Hi, hello. Hello, I am Gary. Who are you? Well, I'm Scrinkly. Hello, Scrinkly. Good to meet you. What's Scrinkly doing down here? Be polite, be honest. Well, Gary, to be honest, the bartender sent me down here to kill you. Gary wrinkles his nose. Hey, what? That being terrible idea. Bartender not being good idea, man. Gary wants to popping, but not here. Too close to home. Gary wants to popping far up high. Far up and high away. New Gary everywhere. Everywhere. Man, goblins are freaking weird. Settle down, Gary. Gary doesn't like to settling. Gary wants to traveling and popping. If Scrinkly going far up and high away, maybe taking Gary with you, eh? I'll think about it. So, I think you actually lose the ability to fight Gary. If you learn Goblin, which I think is unique. That it's like, well, now I understand you, so I'm not gonna kill you. Oh, hey, oh, it's you, Gary, traveling with you far up and high away. Going. I'll let you know, Gary. Alright, let's go to the horsery. I don't actually remember if these do anything. Can you just sell me a horse? Sure. I should warn you, horses get mighty attached to their riders. Once you bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. Take the basic model. Take the shifty looking dark one. I'll take the spooky pale one. Give me the one with the crazy eyes. Which one do I want? Take the dark one. Good choice. She's a sneaky one. I'll sell you for 1,000 meat. When you say sneaky, well, she's real quiet and likes dark places. Yeah, I remember. And just look at how she's trying to hide behind the other horse there. Seems smart. I'll take her. A real underdog. Buy a dark horse. I got an achievement for that. You guys can't see that. I am really glad that, like, Steam Overlay actually doesn't capture an OBS. Or at least you can choose to capture it. Let's give her a name. Oh, I get to name the horse. We're gonna name the horse something. Owl, I have a perfect name for this horse if you're still in the chat. I'm gonna name it Milk Tea. Me and Owl have this bit about milk tea. Are you sure you want to name your horse Milk Tea? Yep. It's already too late. It's canon now. Alright. Oh no, I almost forgot. Free with every horse is a... Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map. So we got a map of the Southwest. I don't know which of the 4 party members I want to take, though. Because Gary is supposed to be like a secret party member. I don't think there's really much of anything else I can do. Yes. Oh wait, I don't think I ever gave Susie her rifle. Here it is. Her eyes well up with tears as he handed her the rifle, and she roughly scrubs her sleeve across them before any of them spoke. Thanks, stranger. I didn't catch your name. I'm Scrinkly. Thanks, Scrinkly. Can't rightly say what this means to me. She looks at the rifle for a long moment and looks back up at you. It's enough wallowing in misery. And for me to hit the road, if you want me to tag along when you head west, just say the word. So you could pick one of the 4 party members. So you can either take Crazy Pete, Doc Alice, Susie Cochran, or Gary the Goblin. You can also choose to go it alone, so you really have 5 choices. I've already seen footage of Gary's of like choosing Gary, so I'm debating. Cause like honestly, for me it's between Gary the Goblin and Susie Cochran. But I know I'm gonna do another playthrough of this game. It's just a matter of whether I actually play it on stream or not. So I think I'll take... I could just roll a d4 if I wanted to. You head to the saloon's basement and smuggle Gary out under your coat. Hit the trail. Consult the Southwest map the hostler gave you. It only lists 2 things, the town of Dirtwater and the Manifest Destiny Railroad's westernmost camp. You got the town of Dirtwater and the town of Manifest Destiny, and the Manifest Destiny Railroad. Day 1, the first day of the rest of your life. Oh, we're already out here. There's not even a cutscene. It's a weird ghostly carriage. So, this is DLC content, and I'm not sure if I want to do it yet. It's your partner. Hello, Gary. Wanting more goblins meeting? Gary is hearing about goblins in Old Fort nearby. Fort Cowardice. Okay. What do you think we should do next? West to going fast? Okay, Big Iron Snake. To riding. So fast taking us. Big Iron. You mean the snake? You mean the train? Yes. Asking the training mans. Okie dokie. Any other ideas? Gary says you should see the bartender about renting that room in Dirtwater. It'd be nice to have a base of operation. Thanks for the reminder. Alright. Milk tea whinnies as you approach. I'll comb her mane. Just whinny silently. Let's leave her alone. I like Gary because Gary's just like this fucking big round thing compared to everyone else. I also like the fact that he's like, because he's a goblin, he has like the curved ears, but like because they're stick figures, they're literally just like little horns. These guys must have fallen asleep during a brawl. They're engrossing conversation, leave them be. This gal doesn't look like she... To the mood to talk. This is a spittoon. Which is sort of brass buckets people spinning and instead of spitting on the floor, because not spitting at all just isn't an option in society, I guess. I say this despite knowing that you're pretty intimately familiar with spittoons already, you sicko. I'll inspect it. Look, the Jewel Saloon is pretty nice as saloons go. Actual glass in the windows. More than 2 kinds of drink. A poker room instead of a cockfighting pit. But this spittoon is still a spittoon. The rancid tobacco spit inside isn't fancy rancid tobacco spit. I want to inspect it. Oh, here we go again. Alright, fine, but you're now hunkered down next to a brass filth bucket, which has probably never been cleaned or emptied, because you're near the desert and the ambient humidity around here is pretty low enough that the spit evaporates nearly as quickly as it accumulates. So that's good, right? No, that's bad, because it's only the water part of the spit that evaporates. The brass bucket is still half full of the rest of the spit. The toxins and filth that don't evaporate. Several years worth, distilled and concentrated until it's the consistency of molasses. People aren't allowed to flick cigarette butts into the spittoon anymore because they bounce out. I'm gonna search it. You're about to put your hand in a bucket of something the color and viscosity of maple syrup. Except instead of maple, well, it's flavored with the inside of the mouths of people who chew cigars instead of smoking them and have never brushed their teeth. Yeah? Oh, glorp. It feels like putting your hand into a bucket of lukewarm tapioca pudding. Except instead of tapioca, it's basically poison. It smells like someone ran over a skunk, waited a week, then set it on fire. It feels like your hand is dissolving. Keep searching. You found something. You found a tacky, filth-covered porcelain cow figurine. A useless, disgusting thing that will make a great heirloom for your children, assuming you'll still be able to have any and you hate them. Hooray. Yippee! Oh, that's an offhand item. It gives you 3 melee damage and 3 attack... Or 3 melee attack damage and 3 spell damage. That's neat. Marmot skin and knife. I feel like this is the most talking I've done in a video in a while. But I mean, it's also been a while since I've recorded a video, so I'm technically right, technically wrong. We're gonna go on the map. Oh yeah, the map is like way bigger this time now. Yeah, like the map has to be like separated into 3 main parts. Mainly because this is like the rest of the game. Anyway, here's a poker room with poker noises. Poker ASMR. Old man stares off in the distance, listening to the piano. He doesn't react to you at all. The piano player is not very good at his job. I'll buy some slop. You gotta play a slop. What's slop do? I thought it said lets you collect the skin. This is a plate of slop. They serve at the Jewel in Dirtwater. They should really hire better kitchen staff. Before some competing restaurant moves in and eats their lunch. It increases your max HP by 5 for the rest of the day. That sounds good to me. I'll eat it. Choke down the slop, wondering why pigs always seem to enjoy this stuff so much. Ugh. More HP for me. Oh, does this show my effects? Like, okay, so I can like minimize the effects. That's neat. These guys are having a spirited discussion about guns and which of theirs is nicer. Sounds accurate. The pretty American game. Sign that says "See bartender for darts." Hey, how come they're allowed to drink without hats on? Stage. Oh, hit it. Hit it again. Hey, what are you doing here? Employees only, bud. Oh, sorry, I was just, you know, looking around. See type. Yeah. Well, I prefer adventuresome. As it happens, there's something you can do for me. I'm out of saltpeter. And I need someone to go pick up some more. What's saltpeter? What's saltpeter? Saltpeter, isn't that used to make gunpowder? Another thing. Look, who's the chef here? Look, who's the chef here? Me or you? Okay, where can I find it? Your best bet is the military camp because it's used to make gunpowder. Shut up. The nearest one is near Fort Cowardice. They keep it in little green jars. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, cool. I can use my numpad. I have weird issues with that with some games where it'll say you can use like the 1 key, but it means the legitimate 1 key and not the numpad one. Even if you have numlock on. This shelf is full of canned and bottle ingredients and boxes of slop helper. That's fucking vile. I'm sorry, slop helper. That sounds like something you'd like call your significant other when you're getting intimate. Like, yeah, who's my little slop helper? Oh, I gotta say that to my partner. Next time we get Fursky, I gotta be like, yeah, who's my little slop helper? But, yeah, you know. This is where the chef prepares ingredients for cooking. It's also where he parks his beer. Atop this pot-belly stove is a pot full of slop. Pot stove, top, slop, pot. Ugh. I want to get a handgun, but the thing is like, to get a gun license, you have to get like a gun license for a handgun, you need to be a certain age that I am not yet. Your table is full up. An empty seat at this table. No room at this table. empty seat at this table. You sit down at the poker table. A dealer emerges from somewhere in the back and sits down next to you. The lady on your right introduces herself as a Marion. And the player on the left says his name is Clyde. The dealer tells you that the ante is 20 meat. Ante up, Marion and Clyde toss in 20 meat each. I like to imagine poker, but there's like literal slabs of steak instead of poker chips. So like you're fucking sliding like bleeding meat across the table. You're like, I'm going all in. And it's like, you know, it's just as you slide the meat across the table. Dealer gives the deck a shuffle and then deals a hand of cards. Glides across the table to you. It's a pretty decent hand. 4, 3, and 3 kings of spades. Wait, what? How do you have 3 kings of spades? The pot is 60%. No, the pot is 60 meat, and you estimate your chances of winning are around 30%. Check. Narrow your eyes and check. Marion grumbles and taps the table. Clyde grumbles and taps the table. Second round of betting, the pot is 60 meat. You estimate your chances of winning are around 35%. Forcefully raise, forcefully strategize. Grunt and strain and tear one of your cards in half. Now you have 2 of that card. 20% chance to win. That is not how that works. It's the last round of betting. Time to do or die. This is like fucking buckshot roulette. It's the last round of betting. Time to do or die. The pot is 60 meat. You estimate your chances are a little over 50%. 55%. So if I have a 50-50, I can either bet 20 more meat and lose 40, but I could gain... But I could also gain 40 meat. In addition to the previous bets already. Because that'll put it up to 120 meat. Obnoxiously strategize. I can check. You're smart enough to know you should raise, so you do so by reeling. For your brown, turn over your cards, a full house. Cards, an Arizona straight. What the fuck's an Arizona straight? Flush, boo. Okay, I'll play again. We all know how bad I am about gambling on stream. Let's go gambling! I should get a... I didn't want to get a stream deck so I could put fucking let's go gambling as a sound effect. Let's go gambling! That's it. Check. Call. Move on. You stare at Clyde for a while without blinking. He looks a little shaken. We got 20% chance to win. Forcefully strategize. Plus 20% chance to win. She has... Rivarian has a straight. You have an Arizona straight. You win, you gather your haul. It's been raised up to 25. I don't think that actually did anything. I think I just gained back everything I lost. Maybe I won a little bit. I don't know. Alright. Well, howdy there. Always nice to see a new face in town. Welcome to the Jewel Saloon. Hi, thanks. I'm Scrinkly. Glad to know you, Scrinkly. Folks around here just call me Lloyd. What can I do for you? Nice to meet you, Lloyd. I'll have a shot of bourbon. Got an item, dirt water bourbon. Anything else? Who's the old man by the piano? Thol Lelsbury, tragic fellow he is. He was a writer and a poet. Came out to the West to sell stories, but nobody were buying. Too weird his stories, fantastical like. Too bad, I love that stuff. Well, it don't matter much now anyhow. He had to get normal work to make ends meet. Did passing well as a prospector until one day he lost his mind in a mind. He what now? You know what I mean. He's all something that made him stop telling his weird tales. Something that's made him stop talking, completely. Come to that. He just stands there by the piano nowadays. It seems to calm down as long as he doesn't make any trouble. I don't mind him much. I feel a little sorry for him, to be honest. Poor fella. Anyway. Gonna get some darts. The sign says ask you for darts. Oh, sorry, all the darts got broken a month ago. Saw the sign outside advertising room. That's right, finest room in the house. Plenty of room for your partner, too. You interested? How much does it cost? Well, that's where you're in luck. The previous tenant was a banker fella, and he paid a month in advance, right before getting himself killed by bandits. You seem like a decent sort, so the room's yours if you want it. Gratis. Wow, thanks. Hey, Lloyd. Howdy, Scrinkly. What can I get for you? Need help with anything? Well, if you're handy with mechanical type stuff, something's gone wrong with our piano player. Thought the music sounded a little off. Yeah, it's not supposed to sound like that. I'll see what I can do. Thanks. I poked around in him myself while I lost the key. This is suddenly taking a strange turn. Oh, sorry, I got too lost in the silly walk. Piano player's not very good at his job. Hatch on his back leads to his innards. It's locked. You pick the lock. You open the hatch and see the machinery inside. There's obviously something wrong, given the little plinking and sproinging and clinking noises coming from the gears. It looks pretty complicated. Ah, I see what's wrong. Let's come back to this later. Do I need to... Okay. Well, I've already picked him, so... Let's get some mysticality. Also take some glamour. Partner. What do you think of the Jewel Saloon, Gary? Nice place, many people. Gary betting the basement is much nicer than in Boring Springs. Yeah, they probably don't want people going in their basement. Aw, sorry. What do you think we should use? West is going fast. Saltpeter from Fort Cowardice. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, so we can go here into the guest rooms. Your room. And insult yourself in the mirror. Nice view from up here. There's a postcard on this table. Got a blank postcard. Maybe you should write to your family back home. In case you don't know how the mail works. You send these by going to a building called a post office. Giving it to the correspondent. And it's a wizard who works there. Neat. What's this game? It's called West of Loathing. It's a Western... It's a silly... minimalist Western RPG. It's kind of like D&D a little bit, but like significantly less complicated. So like you have a character sheet and stuff. And it's mainly just really, really stupid. I might be stopping soon because I'm actually rather tired. I've been streaming for 2 hours, almost 2.5 hours. And this is like the first recording thing I've done since I got back. Damn, you should rest. Maybe. Or what I could do is take an intermission, sneak out of my house, go and buy a fuck ton of Mountain Dew from the local gas station, carry that shit back and chug it and record until 6 a.m. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. That would kill me. It's your bed. You can sleep. This is Gary's bed. Your teeth are gonna suffer. It's your partner. Hello, hi. It's so good to see you. All right. I wish goblins in D&D were fungus like in this game though. Like the implication is that goblins in this pop and release spores and then grow as a fungus. I suppose I could just do that with myconids though in D&D. Well, goblins in D&D are fae, so are they actually? Are they fae in D&D? I didn't know that. That's out here. Oh, neat. You can go to the outside. Oh, I want to go in there. They originated from the Feywild. I still don't know what the Feywild is. Tick, 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 tick. Welcome to the Mercantile. The bag of shroom grow. Guaranteed to increase the size of any mycological specimen. I'm gonna buy that for Gary. Disposable binoculars. You can... Soda crackers. These crackers are made with highly caffeinated cola instead of water. They sound revolting. What happened was that their god of tyranny, called Maglubiet, killed all their other gods and then stole them to fight in the material plane. Damn. Increasing your muscle and mysticality, moxibone. It was a less tooth powder. It was a less convenient precursor to toothpaste for use with less convenient precursors to toothbrushes. Increase your muscle by 3 for the rest of the day. This can of stubby sausages is made mostly of blood in a syrup that is also made mostly of blood. That's fucking disgusting. Also, the Feywild is just the material plane, except cranked up by a huge amount, to the point where even motions can influence it, and time as well. So is the Feywild just like the metaverse from Persona? Like, just anything? Is the Feywild just Persona? That's crazy. I imagine the Feywild just looks like real life, but if it were reflected into the back of a DVD, you can accidentally fall into it. Okay, hear me out. You do a D&D campaign. It follows two characters. They're brothers, and one of them falls asleep, and they access gates into the Feywild, into their dreams, and then you realize that's Mario and the Luigi Dream Team, the D&D campaign. You also buy a shovel here if you didn't get one. Also buy disposable binoculars. Modern snake oiler. Use this to learn a new snake oiling skill. Sell value 100 meat. This is an old back issue of popular magazine for snake oilers. Well, I mean, I have to use it now. Or modern snake oiler issue 145. Read it. There's an article with a list of tips and tricks for moving really quickly. Gives quick on the draw skill that increases your speed. There's this recipe for a new kind of snake oil concoction that looks like it might come handy in a fight. Gives you the good medicine skill that lets you recover HP in combat. There's a fold-out chart listing all of the hottest new poisons. Gives the expert poisoner a passive skill that multiplies the amount of poison you can apply to enemies when you poison them. This reminds me, at one point I talked with my partner about making a poisoner class or subclass in D&D, but the thing I realized is that doesn't need to be a class more so than a playstyle, and I think that a lot of D&D players don't understand that you can just play a character a certain way. Like, just because it's not meta doesn't mean you can't play them that way. Hell, D&D isn't, like, fun if you play it meta. The whole point is it's make-believe. You play it however you want. Hell, if I wanted to, I could make a gunslinger who shoots poison. That gives me an idea for a character in a campaign. So, like, I've been working on this campaign for D&D for, like, the past year, I think now, called Hermanos Unidos. Or I don't think it's that long. I think it's been, like, half a year. And it's a, it's a campaign that takes place in, like, an American-esque continent that's kind of like, it's got a mix of high fantasy, sci-fi, and western in it. But really, it's just, you know, a wacky RPG like every D&D campaign. But, you know, it's kind of in that, like, 1890s-esque thing, but also kind of not. Mainly, it's in the age of gunslingers and stuff, so there's a lot of gunslingers. Okay, Poisoner build, 2 levels of Conjuration Wizard, and Variant Human or Custom Lineage. Get the criminal background, you can create Purple Worm Poison and pick up the Poisoner feat, then stab someone and blam Mega Poison at level 2. See? You can also just craft poison. That's another thing, is like D&D is so broad, but I feel like crafting is a concept that isn't really used much in D&D. But in Hermanos Unidos, I know I kind of want to create like a poisoner character who like wears live snakes. And name them after, I don't know, like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Name them like Venominaga, the poisonous bounty hunter. Venominaga, the venomous bounty hunter. Or the venomous villain, I don't know. I imagine I can only learn one of these, so I think If I want... I'm gonna learn Expert Poisoner. Misplaced magazine. Rats. Can I buy another magazine? Nope, not yet. I think there's like certain checks for when you can do that. This is why I said Conjuration Wizard, since it can create inanimate objects, skips crafting really easily. Yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of stuff in D&D that DMs are like, man, I wish it was like this. And then you're like, well, what if... They're like, what if you just used a crafting thing, you know? I'm like, what if you use a crafting system? And they're like, what do you mean a crafting system? And I'm like, literally the Dungeon Master Guide, like, gives you... Oh my god. Oh, wait, can you, like, tell NPCs to actually come here? Not a lot available past this point. So you can actually tell NPCs to show up here. Neat. The jailer. The jail. Howdy, are you the sheriff here? No, we currently don't have a sheriff. Offer to help. You help until you find a new sheriff? Sure, if you're good with a gun, there's always somebody in need of justice. One of posters back there, cells are over yonder. It's a wanted poster, or a wanted poster. Accuracy is important. It says wanted, the house in the desert gang. For mortgage non-payment, squatting, and general public nuisance. Also for murdering 2 collection agents. Last seen at the house in the desert. Reward 500 meat. Wonder if the house is named after them or named after the house. In any case, their location is unambiguous. Want to go after them? Do not right now. The poster reads, wasted. The Stripey Hat Gang for grand theft, paint, and tasteless hat vandalism. Last seen in the vicinity of Cavern Canyon. Interesting. Dirty, rotten paint thieves. In lowdown, no fashion sense hat vandals. Despicable. Want to go after them? Sure. It's a lot of meat. Discovered the house in the desert. Neat. This empty cell is all ghostly. Was this added in the DLC? I don't think that's in the main game. Yeah, I can definitely tell now, by the way, that this is in fact a 3D rendered thing, especially after seeing the lighting effects. You can just tell. I am curious how they... Oh, the lighting effects. Like, they had to add some ray tracing to it. This little girl selling flour. I'm 1 meat short. That makes me mad. Actually, I probably have something to sell at the Mercantile. The weak fungicide if I want, or the broken board, why not? I don't need this. Got an item, sweet smelling flowers. Stench resistance. Same goes in your offhand. Neat. This reminds me, I had a huge conversation with my partner the other day because I actually realized, so I've always wished, a lot of people have always wished in D&D that the rules of offhands were, of dual wielding was differently. And here's the thing, is dual wielding actually technically isn't a thing according to D&D 5e. So in D&D, there's a thing called two-weapon fighting, and there's a feat called the dual wielder feat. Two-weapon fighting basically states that if you're holding a light weapon in your offhand, when you conduct an attack, you can use your bonus action to attack with that weapon in your offhand. And it has to be a melee weapon normally, though I think this rule is changed because of the fact that there now are light, with the introduction of firearms. With the introduction of light firearms in D&D, you can actually, I think, attack with a light firearm as well. But I might be wrong about that. That might be something for gunslingers only. So what I found out was, like, you know, I have a character, his name is Point Blank, also known as Augustine Shepard. That dude has a gun. His name is Point Blank, or he goes by the name Point Blank, but his real name is Augustine Shepard. And he's a gunslinger who dual wields. He uses two pistols. Particularly revolvers, but he has been known to use proper pistols before. And what am I trying to say? He used two guns. Well, so in the campaign that in the setting he was originally in, dual wielding had different rules, which basically just also allowed you to attack with your offhand weapon, assuming it met the rules for two-weapon fighting. So he originally had the ability to make like 8 attacks. And I was like, you know, I kind of still wanted him to be able to attack with both guns in each hand. Well, according to 5e, you don't actually ever have to specify which hand is your main hand. Like, I thought, like, oh, it was like you had to say a character was right-handed. That's never asked anywhere. A main hand attack is only referred to as, like, the leading attack in two-weapon fighting. Main hand and offhand are only used in that context. So I could have him attack with a gun in one hand, then use another attack action as a part of his multi-attack, or rather his extra attack, in his other hand. So, you know, once I realized that, I, like, kind of, you know, was like, okay, so he can still, like, be cool and use it. Though my partner's brother thinks that using dual-wielding guns is kind of lame. Hi, I'm Scrinkly McScrinkk. Any mail for me? Nope. Darn. Well, I'd like to send a postcard. Alright, let's have it. You write a quick note to Rufus letting him know what you've been up to and that you're okay. There'll be... Oh, that's one of them prepaid ones. There'll be 0 meat then. Thanks. Unarmed strikes. Chat member says, unarmed strikes, I recently found out, are melee weapon attacks, but do not count for with a melee weapon. Yeah, unarmed strikes are weird because they don't... They count as, like, their own special thing, but also kinda... They count as a melee weapon attack. It's very weird. Mysterious how it works. I do like the fact that with D&D, like, you can read more of the books and then you actually learn new shit. You pick up new tricks. You can, like, write yourself your own books on how to do combat. That's, hell, that's what people do on YouTube. That's what the D&D YouTube community does. Anyway. I don't actually think there's anything left for us to do here in Dirtwater. And I'm feeling a little revitalized, weirdly. I think I just need to drink that water. Far away, so we should go to the desert house. Yes, a smoldering hole in the ground. Recognize it as the habitat of the southeast western coal snake. Mostly keep to themselves, but they're also known to enjoy a fight if one is thrust upon them. I will thrust upon. So this here is Gary. Gary the Goblin has 15 HP. We didn't use the item to level him up. So deploy the baby snake. Gary will Gary Foo the enemy, dealing 6 to 9 damage. Gary will spawn a goblin grunt to assist with the reproduce. Bro, he popped. What is that? Is that what Gary sounds like? I do like also just the fact D&D is so open for buffing stuff too, that maybe we can adapt and just... Yeah, I don't think the player base is ready for Hermanos Unidos, though, the ones I have in mind. Because it gets so much into, like, actually developing itself as its own, like, campaign and game. Like, there's a whole crafting system, and I need to start typing up, like, the crafting guides. Alright. Shoot. Go, my army! Oh, fuck, he whiffed the attack. Gary Foo. There we go. Put the snake back in the ground, though in a slightly different sense. Got a snake spleen. You skin it with your trusty knife. You also got coal snake skin and 2 of the thing. As you dismount and approach the house where the bandits are, hold up. You hear a voice from inside say, "What was that? Uh-oh." As you dismount and approach the house. Looks like you're gonna have to be sneaky if you want to avoid a full-on fracas. Sneaky is my middle name. Wait, really? Yes, Sneaky is my middle name. Okay, if you say so. If I check my character sheet, it actually makes it your middle name. So, they call me SS McS. Scrinkly Sneaky McSkrink. Let that name strike fear into the hearts of bad people. I am actually sneaking. Sound of it, you say this doghouse screen contains an angry dog. This doghouse contains an angry dog. Very funny. You're not going to be able to get past so without alerting the gang in the house. Let's bring them on. Bring it on! I'm not scared of you. Oh, that you can go in the options. You can even surrender the fight if in the option menu, weirdly. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. What does the snake's plane do? Oh shit, they actually are fucking me up. Shit, they killed Gary! No! Oh shit, dude. Oh shit. They're airing me out like the laundry. Why do you suck, Gary Clone? What are you even called? A copy of Gary? Okay, that... You can choose to attack the clone. Fuck. You lost. The bandit's going. By pausing you as in a heap next to milk tea. Hello, milk tea. So yeah, this is angry. So you get basically a buff for losing. This is actually a smart way of doing this. You get a buff that boosts all your stats by 3. Wait, does this mean I have enough mysticality to actually go back and do that thing real quick? I'm actually gonna go back and do that real quick. Hold on. Capture them alive. Over to the bushes, get the drop on the booms. After tying them up, we march back to the town and admit to their mothers what they've been up to. Out of gratitude, the mom gives you a fresh baked apple pie. Just like Grandma would have made if she hadn't somehow gotten the idea in her head that apples were poisonous. No one was able to convince her. Increase your HP by 20 until the end of the day. Damn, that'll be good. At some point when I use that. But, I gotta go into the saloon because I gotta go... I'm so pissed that I can fix things now. I see what's wrong. Recalibrate some springs and rearrange some gears, and the machinery inside it starts operating smoothly. Music improves immediately. Oops. I do think that's weird. The hitboxes for doors are a little weird in this game. Lloyd. I fixed the piano player. Thought so. He sounds much better. Thanks a heap, Scrinkly. I'd offer you a free room in exchange, but you've already got one. No worries. You need help with anything? Nope, everything's right as rain here. My ass, the jailhouse. I'm working on it. Yeah, you can insult yourself in your room, which will act, or in most mirrors, but that's not the right one. Why do I keep clicking that one? Thrust upon it. It's the coal snake again, isn't it? One of my D&D players isn't going to even be ready for... He's like really obsessed with Myconids. And he's not going to even really be ready for... Oh, I only collected 1 venom. Don't I have the shroom grow? Give this to Gary. Here's it open, starts shoving brown lumps into his mouth. Deliciousness. Gary has become more powerful. Groovy. I want to do a bit like this in Hermanos Unidos, being that no matter where the players are from, the goblins in Hermanos Unidos speak a weird dialect, so they sound to them like this. Oh geez, I have quite a bit of experience. You can increase the snake whip. I don't have any pants. You'll deal 10 damage and apply 2 poison. It's actually pretty worth it. Holy shit, that poisoned him so hard. He's got 6 above his head. And Gary, I guess, is just fucking OP now. If I remember right, this was the whole gimmick with Gary, was that you have to buy items to level him up, but I don't know if it works with the other party members the same. He's only taking 1 damage. I made the fight so easy. A bag of ears and such. I feel like carrying the entire your house in the Desert Gang back to town, so you just took a few bits. Desert Gang 6 gun. It's a fancy 6 gun. Might even go as far as to rate it a 7 gun. Don't be afraid of this hat. It's not inherently bad. It's just a common style for bad guys. Because this one gives me Moxie, but then the gun gives me Moxie. So I'm equipping the gun regardless. I do like the way this hat looks better. But I'm not sure if I want more Moxie on my build. But I also might want some armor because I don't think I have anything giving me armor, so. I think the derby hat works better here. M. McCready stuck to his guns. Neat. Alright, let's go to the canyon next. In the middle of the desert, you find an abandoned minecart sitting on the section of minecart track about 12 feet long, which starts in the nowhere and ends even less of somewhere in particular. It's mostly full of plain old rocks, not even very interesting rocks. However, if you left without searching it thoroughly, you'd just end up driving yourself crazy later with the thought you might have missed something valuable. So you spend a good half hour inspecting rocks and eventually find one thing that might be worth something. Unrefined meat nugget. Oh, danger spider. How do I get foraging? Oops. Don't want to go in there. Crafts boards. Weapons. Got a fancy knife. Except it did. We're standing that close to that thing. Should leave before that spider eats you. No way are you going back in there. Straight up, there's no way to get through this unless you're a huge spider, you're not getting through that, alright? In here. You can see a gang on the other side, a pile of junk, but you're not gonna be able to get in front of this end. You hear a horrible skittering noise, followed by a scream, followed by more horrible skitter. It's followed by rapping noises, followed by muffled screams. Then there's more skittering inside. I'm not going inside yet, because I think I freed the spider. Oh man, I wanted to go back in there. What does a fancy knife even do? Oh, it gives me +3 moxie. Hell yeah. Got 11 moxie now. Arrest them. You stack the cocoons on the back of your horse except for one, which Gary offers to drag and heads back to for water jail. Turn him in. Is that the Stripey Hat gang? What happened to him? They had to run him with a giant spider of justice. Fortunately, this is the reward for results rather than explanations. Groovy. Nothing like a bourbon after. Here's worth more. Here's what's left of the desert house gang. Take your word for it. Thanks a bundle. Now I've got money. The Black Hat Bandits for horse theft and selling of counterfeit glue. Interesting. I won't do that right now. Do you have more shroom grow? No. Dang it. What's that? Alright, well, I've been streaming for about 3 hours, so I don't know, maybe we'll do one more thing before I leave. I guess I'll wander. So you just kind of wander around the map until you find something. Hell cow. A hell calf, really. Then at the side of the trail you see a small hell cow. A hell calf, really. Starts at a brush, lighting it on fire. Starts grazing. Alright, fuck it, I'll kill it. I'll fucking kill you! Jesus Christ. My gun damage is already so high. I didn't even, like... I don't know, I guess that's the difference between me and Mark, was I actually fucking think about the shit. You encounter an overturned wagon surrounded by ruined books, broken pairs of spectacles. It looks like family, especially literate homesteaders been untimely here. Tragic. Up through here. Ooh, new modern stake oiler. Let's go. You pour over the detritus, or the detritus, and managed to find exactly one book that is both undestroyed and remotely interesting to you. Nice. Anything else I can wander? Howdy there, I'm wandering Sally. Howdy there, Sally. I'm Scrinkly. What's your line? Trading. I wander all around these parts and trade. None, just like it says in the label, and I buy a little here and sell a little there. On my way to make my way. Care to see the wares? To read. Let's read this real quick. Bad medicine. Ah, yes, a good medicine, bad medicine. Good medicine, or it's like that video where it's like good credit, bad credit, no problem. What, you dead? Fuck it, ghost credit. Good medicine, bad medicine, no problem. What, you dead? Fuck it, ghost medicine. Skill that reduces the target's moxie. There's a letter to the editor from a woman in Wyoming with an amazing idea. What if she shot somebody 3 times instead of once? Combat skill that lets you quickly do 3 ranged attacks. There's a recipe for a new kind of snake oil concoction that looks like it might come in handy in a fight. Dude, I'm gonna do fan hammer. Go unload round after round into a nearby cactus, see how it feels. It feels pretty good. Unfortunately, a stray spark from one of your shots sets the magazine on fire, and you're unable to prevent it from being destroyed. That's how it goes. Shroom grow! Ooh, work boots. Maximum AP up and armor up by 1. Bar soap. Lock. The padlock got its name because it's like a wizard that protects your house. What? Lucky marigold. This item goes on your lapel. And we were thinking not so lucky for the marigold, but actually marigolds aren't conscious, so they can't really be conceived good or bad luck. I'll wear that. Fungicide bomb. Can kill a lot of goblins at once, but it takes a while. I don't think I'll need that because I have Gary. Gary has the unique thing that he can kind of just like get rid of a lot of goblins for you. The apple. Increases your item drop bonus by 10% for the rest of the day. Sounds pretty good. Some needles. You never know when you can need those, so. And some work boots. Neat. I think you can find a pickaxe, so I'm not gonna do that. That's it. We're gonna be the most OP fucking build possible just this early in the game. It says, but you shouldn't drink it. Why? I gotta look this up. What does the cow's blood do? So you can only eat it if you have a specific buff. I have 125. I could get the deploy snake upgrade. What does this even do? Each subsequent attack deals 1 more damage. Shoot first, then shoot again, then shoot again, then ask questions if there's anything left to ask questions of. This level, it costs 3 AP to use? Jesus. I could get Dickerin leveled up, which would give me... Could also do this, which would increase my pistol attack damage by 5, so that'd be neat. I'm leveling up Deploy Snake. Because I want that Deploy Snake really high leveled. Someone's an adolescent snake. Someone's a snake tween. So as it go? So as it go baby snake, adolescent snake, snake tween, snake teen, snake adult, and snake elder? But no, in this game it wouldn't be called like snake elder. Oh, Gary said something. Hello, Gary. Oh, Gary knowing a thing to see. Oh yeah, what is it? A gigantic poop. What? Taller than Gary. Discover a new map location, the Big Apple. Okay. What should we do next? Okie dokie. See a streak of fire blast across the sky and just land over the horizon. You find a meteor. Ooh, 510 meat. Alright. Haystack, haystack, haystack. Where? I don't even know the location where I'm at. Stern's Ranch. Ooh, angry cows having been here. Seeming. Do you guys get much trouble from the cows? Some. Not like ranches do, mostly leaving us alone, but runnings in, they happen, so they happening. So mean. Very, very fireful. Yeah, no kidding. Go down here. This requires safe cracking. Yep. Partner. Looking at here, flat wall cow. Yeah, that's weird. Pile these boards. There's food. Plum pudding and sarsaparilla. What is that? You were never sure how to spell this, and you still aren't. Gives you +3 moxie for the rest of the day. Increase your muscle. You could probably just like chug these and like beef out your damage really hard. Button cactus. Smoking noise. Being smoke and the noise, you're guessing the contents of this outhouse are more dangerous than the average outhouse. Open the door! Yeah, I don't have enough to use this. Oh, Gary's got a new thing. Got the toilet pistol. Deals stench damage instead of physical. Applies 5 poison. Oh, but it's shit. I think that's the bit, is that it fucking sucks. So it's a shit pistol. Requires lockpicking. Still some beans in this pie. Got some blackened beans. Talk to your partner. So much burnt. Poor humans. I wonder who buried the bodies. Not cows. Is obvious. Probably a neighbor, I guess. All the books in the shelves are burned, but you notice something strange about the back of the shelf. Your deft fingers find a hidden catch in the back panel, slides away, revealed a secret compartment with a book inside. Mary Stern's diary. Little girl's diary, browned a little at the edges, but otherwise untouched. First page in the little girl's handwriting say, "This is the diary of Mary Stearns. The AI and diary are crossed out, and IA is written above them." The diary starts out as a typical kid subject for bed until you notice some writing getting shakier. Found a dolly under a cactus out back, and she told me her name was Grace. Mama and Papa don't believe me that she talks. They say I got a big imagination. Grace says the cows are gonna get us, but Papa says we'll be okay, because this weren't never a cow ranch. Grace says he's wrong, but Papa doesn't believe me. Grace says she can keep the cows away, but I have to play tea party with her. I don't like this kind of tea party, but Grace says it's important to keep the cows away. Mama was sad that they couldn't find Effie. Papa said she's been gone so long and they should put a cross up, but Mama won't let them because she thinks she'll come back. Papa says she's only 11 now. How far can she on? Mama started crying again. Don't want to play tea party no more, but Grace says I has to. Keep reading. Papa was out for 2 days looking for Joey, but of course he didn't find him. Mama cries so much I tried to tell him and Effie are helping keep the cows away, but she doesn't understand. Told Grace I'm not playing tea party again, but she says I got it, and if I don't, the cows will eat all 3 of us. She said I either gotta get Mama or Papa to play, or else I gotta play by myself. That's the last entry. Ugh, it's creepy. This box contains a single object, a creepy burnt porcelain doll. It's the work of a moment to fix the doll's voice box. Pull the string, the doll's eyes roll back into its head and its mouth begins to move. Hi, I'm Grace, what's your name? I'm Scrinkly. Hi, Scrinkly, you're nice. Do you want to play with me? Yes, let's play. Hooray, Mary used to play with me, but we didn't get to finish our tea party before she went away. Wait, let me finish it, surely. Ray, the game's almost over. Mary did such a good job. Go downstairs and get my cup. Do you know the magic word to make the mean cow let you into the secret room? No, what is it? Magic word is peanut butter. Got it. You shudder realizing talking dolls haven't been invented yet. Whispered peanut butter. It's a copper goblet filled with blood. Let's take the goblet. Ugh. My tea we can finish. Sure, why not? Pour the goblet into Grace's mouth. She leaps out of the toy box, laughing maniacally, and climbs into the ranch. Turn chimney, and she turns toward you. See you soon. She leaps on the ground and scampers off northwest. Jesus, ugh. Ugh. Brother, ugh. It's gross. I still have the goblet. It's probably safe and fine and good. Alright, not much of anything else I can do here. It's weird that those haystacks didn't burn. Jethro Stern's devoted father. Flower smoking chrysanthemum. Gwendolyn Stearns. Mary Stearns. Jethro's bones were dug up by some varmint or another. Find some charred locket. Should call it a locket on account of how lucky it was to escape the fire. Examine it. Let's pick the locket. A picture of Mary Stearns. Examine it. On the it's a photograph of a serious-looking little girl. On the back is written Stearns Thanksgiving 1894. When does this take place? This has been like a bit. Like the date just keeps increasing. This is like some kind of sick joke that the date keeps increasing. It's just messing with me. Some new house. Silversmith's house. Sure, I'll go there. Why not? The workbench has a little burner and a crucible for melting silver things and some bullet molds. It seems pretty straightforward. There's also a vise so you can smash silver bullets into needles if you need to. Make 3 silver cufflinks. Cool and smooth as a mountain stream propelled by gunpowder through the flesh of your enemies. This item must be used in combat. It can be used for extra damage against cows and other demonic creatures. But you can make... Go in here. Safe Kraken. Which I don't have, but... This bookshelf contains like 90 copies of Johnny Tremaine. There's something weird about it, though. It's too neatly organized, like maybe the guy was hiding something. Search for secrets. He was crooked. The silversmith was selling cheap fakes. Oh well, he's gone now. And so are most of his customers. No sense in stirring up trouble at this point. You write down the location of his shop, and it might come in handy. You discover a new map location. The Silver Plater. Oh, is that a spittoon? A spittoon, at least it looks like a spittoon, but it might... But it's next to the bed, so it might be a bedpan. I gotta investigate it. What, really? I mean, if it's just a spittoon, that's bad enough, but it might be a bedpan, which would be way worse. Investigate it. I feel like you... Well, maybe you aren't getting what I'm saying. We're talking about an object that someone probably uses when they wake up in the middle of the night and can't be bothered to walk to the outhouse. And the best you can hope for is that maybe they only use it to spit nighttime tobacco juice into. In which case, it's only full of rancid, congealing tobacco spit. I'm investigating it. I mean, are you even listening to me? Or are you just skimming past the text? Bedpan. Pretty sure there's treasure in there, and you aren't stopping me. Bedpan. Shut up, I'm investigating it. Okay, fine, have it your own way, your own filthy, disgusting way. It turns out it's probably not a bedpan, but it is definitely a spittoon, and it's definitely filled with rotting brown spit. Fish in it. What is wrong with you? Bite me. Oh, good God. You plunge your hand in up to the wrist. It makes a gloop noise and breaks the thin skin of congealing toxins that was previously keeping the dire smell in relative check. Now you're choking in a miasma of oily, bitter chaw stink. You know that feeling you get when you're about to puke? How you get that taste of way back in the rear corners of your mouth, that metallic tang by the root of your tongue, like you're sucking on corroded old penny. Just tell me what I found already. You found a filthy slime-covered old brooch. Are you happy? Are you happy? I bet you're going to put it on without even washing it first. Maybe I will, so there. Don't you know that's where the buff comes from? What does this do? Sorry, Lucky Marigold. Oh, is this just a better version of the Lucky Marigold? What does this one do? 2 spell damage. This is just a better version of that. I think I can already boost my AP enough to do the fanning shot, but I don't think you're supposed to have it unlocked yet, and I think it's supposed to be like, you know, somewhat chill. Alright. See, like, we're already, like, going up here. As you're riding towards this, and you pass by a building in which a barn dance is happening. I guess that makes it a barn. Move inside seem to be having a pretty good time. Join in. You mosey on in and have a grand old time at the barn dance. Learn a few new moves. While pretending to reel somebody in from across the dance floor with a lasso, but they're still new moves. Quest items. Miscellany. Alright. What can I even level up? How much experience do I have? 45? I need to level some of these up, I feel like. I feel like I should level up Deadeye to get more pistol attack damage, but I feel like at this point I'm gonna one-shot any enemy I kill. Let's do that. Alright, well, I'm gonna go back over here. And I think this is where I'm gonna end it off. So... There we go. Scrinkly. Like skrink. There we go. So that's been the first stream of West of Loathing. I'm definitely streaming this again. This is a fun experience, which is cool. This has been kind of a nice way to ease back into it, even if maybe this isn't like the best thing to play in bulk like this. I really wouldn't know how to edit this down anyway. But I thought it was fun, and I hope you guys did too. I am curious. Okay, if you continue, it just leaves you right where you left off. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the stream, if you like what you saw, you can, of course, like the video and comment, or you can follow me on Twitch to get notified when I go live. You can subscribe to me on YouTube to help the channel grow, and hit the bell icon to notify you when I upload a new video. If you want to support me, there's a link in the description to my Ko-Fi page, where you can donate a minimum of $3 to help support, or yeah, helps a minimum of $3 to help support what I do. You can also see my Twitter/X page, where I post my thoughts and do updates. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I guess I will see you in the next one. See you then.